Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be doing a Robinhood portfolio update. I'm not going to be showing all of the stocks in my portfolio, but I am going to be showing a lot of them that I'm thinking about upping my positions in. Also, I did just add a lot of cash to my portfolio and I have a lot of limit orders in here, so the percentage up that we're seeing is not quite justifying quite how much my portfolio has actually gone up. Here that you can see that it's up over 16% in the last 3 months. In all time, which is about 13 or 14 months now, you can see that it's up over 13%. But with the amount I actually have invested in stocks, which is I believe less than 10,000, probably 8 or 9,000, not including my buying power or my limit orders that I currently have, it's probably up more like 30%. So without further ado, let me get right into it. Up here at the top are my top 4 long-term positions that I'm really happy with, and I'm probably going to continue adding shares to. Here at the top we have Tesla. I originally bought into it at 240 and sold at 500. Huge mistake, definitely regret it. Up above 1500 now. I only have a couple of shares, which I have an average cost of $650 on. And now I have another limit order set for 1300, or yeah, a little over 1300. And you can see that here, average cost of $653 with a current market value of $3,000 for both shares. And this is currently about a third of my portfolio, which is pretty insane, up over 130% on this position. And here you can see my 3 shares of Microsoft, which is kind of puny. I'm really happy with this one long term and definitely want to continue adding shares. I have an average cost of $159. A friend of mine has an average cost of $137, which he pretty much spent all of his extra cash on, which was really great. And I'm sure he's definitely already seeing a really great profit on that. But Microsoft is definitely a stock that you can invest in and not have to worry about it for 20 years, and then you'll see a really great return on it. Next up is Take-Two Interactive, which is a less well-known company than some of the behemoths that I was previously talking about, but it's a video game stock, and they develop games like Civilization, Red Dead Redemption, and Grand Theft Auto. And as you can see here, they're up over 400% in the last 5 years, which is just really incredible. And especially with the GTA game coming out within the next few years, I'm sure that they're going to be making buttloads of revenue, which is just going to help their stock price. I actually have a limit order set for a few shares at $134, and I'm probably going to continue buying into this over time. And then I just wanted to comment on the 3 in the center here, which is Airbus, Carnival, and Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean and Carnival have a lot of controversy around them. Some people are really against them, especially long term, whereas some people are making a ton of money on short term investments for them. But I'm really holding on to them for 10 plus years. I think overall the cruise industry is not going to be too terribly affected for the really long term, looking past just the next couple of years. I think Carnival in just a couple of years will go back to being a $40 stock and Royal Caribbean $130+ stock with really good dividends. And then there's Airbus, which is getting priced in like it's having major problems like Boeing is. It's about half what it was previously trading at the beginning of the year, and they're not having quite as bad of management problems as Boeing is, but the stock is getting priced like that. So I do have 12 shares of Airbus with an average cost of 20 something dollars because I did start investing in it just as soon as it started dipping, which was my mistake. And I have a limit order at around $17 for a few more shares. And I wanted to talk about a few more at the bottom here, which are Boeing, Jets, and Google. I really didn't mean to buy into New York Mortgage Trust at the top there. Well, I did mean to, but I kind of regret buying into it. I don't really see the stock recovering fully for quite a while. But then there's Boeing, which I don't think they're going to go bankrupt. There's a lot of people saying there's a pretty good chance. And there is some chance, but I really do not see it happening. I actually made a video on that if you want to go and check it out. And then there's Jets. So in my opinion, American Airlines and Spirit and a couple of others are really risky to invest in right now because there is the risk of them going bankrupt. But Jets it's an ETF for a lot of the different airlines. So really great idea in my opinion for right now. And lastly, there's Google, which I finally want to buy a share of. I have a limit price set on $1,400, and I've been wanting to invest in this one for a while. And I was actually thinking about investing in it when it was around $1,100, but I thought I could get it at lower. So now here I am with a limit price set of $1,500 or $1,400 for it. So that was my mistake for sure. But with all of the things that Google does, they have really steady revenues, and I really don't see any genuine competition for them within the next 20 years, honestly. So I see a lot of continued growth for this company, which will in turn help the shareholders. I did make a video a couple of months ago with all of my average costs on all of the different stocks that I've invested in my Robinhood account, so be sure and check that out if you are interested in that. And I have made videos on most of the stocks in my total portfolio, so be sure and check that out and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching.